with Unigirl Canada, and we're here today with Lyndon O'Hearn of Big Daddy's Bourbon Street Bistro and Oyster Bar on King Street in Toronto. What are we making today, Lyndon?
Today we're going to do jalapeno cornbread with fresh mozzarella, some nice fresh field tomatoes, then finish that with a little jalapeno crisp. Let's get started.
Fabulous.
Alright, so I've got my cornbread here. We're just going to spread it out in the pan like so. I'm just going to toast this. It takes about 20 seconds. I've got some nice fresh mozzarella here. I'm just going to put a slice on top of each of these. So we're just going to fill that back up so the cheese can soften a little bit. So I will take these out for you here. So we just plate these like so. If you want to put some tomato on each of the breads. A tablespoon's perfect. You can put a little bit more. And then we've got a little bit of fresh jalapenos, and that's really it for the jalapeno cornbread with fresh mozzarella. Great flavors, just real simple olive oil and some fresh basil with the tomatoes, a touch of sea salt, a little bit of pepper. Yeah, it's really easy to do. You know, certainly would like you to come to Big Daddy's and have it, but you could try the recipe at home yourself. Nice piece of French bread toasted, fresh tomatoes out of the garden from the market, and away you go.
That looks fabulous. The bruschetta was ridiculously tasty, as everyone can attest to. What are we doing now?
Well, we're going to do Creole grilled calamari. We've got to marry with a little bit of Creole spice and clover honey. We're going to grill that nicely and make a nice little Creole tomato roasted garlic stew.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So I've got our calamari here. I've taken them and I accordion cut them. So nice hot grill.
That looks fabulous.
We're going to make a nice sauce to go over top of the calamari. Okay, so the calamari is very close here. We don't want to overcook it, so we're going to start putting together our sauce here. So I have a few grated tomatoes here, some green onion, a little bit of garlic, a little bit more than a little, some capers. We like those to sizzle a little bit. And I'm going to add a couple of garlic cloves here. Just whole garlic cloves as well. Just going to hit this with a little bit of white wine. So I'll put a little bit more in there. A little bit more doesn't hurt. And we add a little bit of green Tabasco. And add our special Creole sauce and a little cube of butter to that sauce. Just going to turn it down a little bit. We're just going to set this up on the plate like so. And we'll just finish our sauce up here. And we get the nice richness. So
that looks
see that? And we're just going to pour it over top of the calamari like so. Grilled calamari.
Fabulous, and the sauce just goes right in.
Just runs in.
The calamari, gotta say, ridiculous. So good, so
Great.
good.
Glad you enjoyed it.
What's next on our menu?
Well, we're going to do some bronze catfish, fresh catfish. It's farmed, of course. We don't use too much wild catfish. We find the farm much more consistent, more flavorful, and all around better.
Now, catfish is a very mild fish, so it's good to pick it up with your
Yes, and we're going to bronze this just so everybody's clear. I mean, there's the blackening term too. It doesn't mean that the food's black and black. And really what happens is the spices go black. There's a bit of sugar in the mixture, so that's what's blackening. And blackening doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be blow your head off.
Right.
Spicy, it's just about a lot of great flavor. It has a bit of spice. Bronzed is just moving it down to the next level. We don't put quite as much spice on there, but the same process. So let's get started.
Now what are we doing?
All right, so I've got pan getting hot here. I'll grab my tongs. We'll put a couple of pieces of catfish in our blackening spice here.
Generously?
Yeah, just on one side. Typically when we bronze, we just do the one side of the fish. We like to, definitely want people to be able to taste the fish and get a sense of the whole, New Orleans Cajun experience when they have the fish. So we're just going to let that sizzle for about 1 minute on that side. You can see how the fish has got some nice color on there. So I'm just going to add a little knob of butter to the pan. And I'm going to turn the heat down. I'll bring my pan down for the vegetables. Okay, so I've got little broccoli, some carrots. We got some nice fresh beans right now available, the cauliflower. A little bit of seasoning to this. And I've just lightly steamed the vegetables. So,
That's
few
beautiful.
pieces. So, you know, when you put this on, just, you know, crisscross a little bit. Got a
Okra.
nice little piece of okra that we're gonna just set in there as well. So let's take a look at our catfish now. See, the catfish is nicely sizzling. I would just touch it. This piece is almost done. This one probably needs about 2 more minutes. So we'll just set it up here for about another 30 seconds.
Now, what would you accompany this with? A beer or wine?
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with a nice cold beer with the catfish, but just like that,
Wow.
you know, we can we'll just serve it with a piece of lemon. Sometimes we do different drizzles on top of the fish, but that's what the bronze catfish is looking like.
Wow, I can't wait to eat that. So here's our amazing final 2 dishes. Shucked oysters, freshly shucked oysters on ice, and the bronzed catfish with the melange of vegetables and the Creole rice.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
no problem.